In this video lecture, I will discuss the next category of control statements, that is iterative statements. So iterative statements are also called as loops. So what is loops? Loops are used when we want to execute a program or a block of statement several times. Okay, so here for example, if I say I want to print hello world, okay, or some message hi 10 times. So the first way is what? I will be writing 10 printf statement. So that is not preferable. So what is the other way? The other way is write one loop statement and inside the loop statement just specify this printf message once. So using loop we can write one loop statement and only one printf statement, and this approach is definitely better than the first one. So with the help of loop we can execute a part of the program repeatedly till some expression is true. So in C, loops can be written using the three iterative statements: while statement, do while statement and for statement. So first in this video lecture I will discuss while statement. So first I will tell the syntax of writing while statement. So we write while, so everything is in small letter, and inside the parenthesis we write the expression. This expression is nothing but the condition, and here we write statement. And when we have only one statement we can write like this, while and then in bracket expression and that statement. But when we have block of statements then we have to enclose that within curly bracket. So then we'll be writing statement so like if else statement. Here also we can have either a single statement or we can have a block of statement, and this is known as the body of loop. So always remember, when we have one statement then this curly bracket, this part opening and closing bracket is optional, but when we have set of statements then we have to enclose that within curly braces. So now I'll explain the flow chart. So flow chart, whenever we want to evaluate the expression or some condition, okay, expression is nothing but condition here. So then I have to write this diamond shape, and expression value, it will be either true or false. So when it is true, whatever statement we are defining in the body, that is called as body of loop, will be executed. And once this condition becomes false, we will come out of the loop, and whatever statement we have written outside the loop, that would be executed. So here what happens? First this expression is evaluated, and if it is true then the statements inside the body of the loop are executed, and after the execution again this expression is evaluated, and if it is found to be true again the statements in the body of the loop are executed. This means these statements are executed continuously till this expression is true, and when it becomes false the loop terminates and the control comes out of the loop, and whatever statement we have written outside the loop, that would be executed. So each execution of the loop body is known as iteration and expression is known as loop condition. Okay, so let's take one example. So write a C program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. So whenever we have to write a program, the first line will be including the header file, and then we write main function, and inside main function the variable declaration. So here we have to print the numbers from 1 to 10. So the initial value will be 1 that we have to define. So always remember when we write loop, so there are three things: initial value, and then the condition, and increment or decrement. So here we want to print the number from 1 to 10. So initial value will be 1, and then the condition will be until that number is equal to less than or equal to 10, less than and equal to 10, and every time I need to increment the value. Means I am I want to display 1, and then next time 2, 3, 4, so that value has to be incremented. Okay, so then we will write while statement. So while statement we write while, and then in bracket we write the condition. So what is the condition here? The condition is I less than and equal to 10. Okay, because we want to print number from 1 to 10. So before while loop we have to initialize, so that is all, that is compulsory, and then inside this while loop we need to write the condition. And if I have set of statements, then I have to enclose that within curly braces. So each time what I want to do, I want to print the value of I. So printf percentile d \t I, and then after printing the value of I need to increment the value of I, because when I print 1, next time I want to print 2. Okay, so this is called as this is the statement that will change the value of the condition. Okay, and then I have to close it, and then this printf statement is optional. This \n means new line, and then at the end we write return 0 and close the bracket. So this is this indicates the start of the main function, and this bracket indicates the end of the main function. So here what happens, we will analyze the output. So initially the first I value will be initialized to 1, and the condition I less than or equal to 10 is true. This condition will be checked because the value of I is 1, so definitely 1 is less than or equal to 10. So the loop body is executed, means these two statements are executed. So value of first statement is what? The value of I is printed, and this is horizontal tab. The /t is horizontal tab. Okay, so means the next value will be, one tab space will be given, and the next value will be printed after that. Okay, so here this I is printed, so 1 will be printed, and the value is incremented by 1. So then I becomes 2. Now one iteration of the loop is over, and the loop condition is again checked. So after executing these two statements, again we will come to the condition. Okay, so value will be initialized once, and this condition will be checked again and again. So what is the flow? First the value is initialized, we check the condition, whatever statements we have written inside the while loop, that would be executed. After that again we will come and check the condition. If the condition is true, the body of the loop, whatever statement we have specified, executed. We come, check the condition. So we will be doing this until this condition becomes false. Once it becomes false, we will come out of the loop. Okay, so after first iteration is over and loop condition is again checked. So the condition now I value is 2, so then 2 less than or equal to 10, again the condition is true. So the loop body is again executed, so I value will be printed. So which value? 2 will be printed, and since we have given \t, so then one tab space will be given, and loop then I value will be incremented by 1. So now it will be 3. So the 2 iteration of the loops are over now. The body of the loop will be executed. Now see, first iteration one value was I value was 1, it was printed. Second iteration 2 is printed. So the body of the loop will be executed as long as this condition is true. So body of the loop means these two statements would be executed as long as this condition is true. In each iteration of the loop, the value of I increases, and when the value of I equals 11, okay, what happens? This condition becomes false and loop terminates. That is, the control is transferred to the next statement, that is, it will come here, and that is the next statement is this printf. So we will come out of the loop. So if we write the condition as I less than 10, for example, now the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and once this is 10, then a value will be incremented, it becomes 11, the condition becomes false, will come here. Okay. For example, if we write condition as I less than 10, so then the number will be printed only up to 9, because the loop condition becomes false when the value of I equals to 10. So then the condition will be false. So this type of logical error is known as off by 1 error. Okay. So when you have to print the number from 1 to 10, so the condition should be less than and equal to 10. Okay. So inside the body of the loop, there should be a statement that alters the value of the condition, that should always be there. So this is the condition. So the condition becomes false ultimately at some point. Okay. So in our program, this statement is I plus I is equal to I plus 1. So thank you. Next class I will discuss do while statement.